Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Repel Games' 178th Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Now, in my last battle, I participated in a multi-game and I won with a pretty decent score. And in this game, in this battle, I am challenged by one of the opponents, Bea. After fighting Bea, she immediately challenged me for a very vengeful singles 6-on-6 battle. And when I mean vengeful, I want you to take a very close look at her team. Smeargle, Chansey, Noivern, Keldeo, Mega Kangaskhan, and Xerneas. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys think about that. Just think about that team for a second. It is mighty terrifying, that's what it is. She leads off with the Smeargle. Good lead. Set up some maybe stealth rocks, sticky webs, spikes, you name it. And let up for the Tyranitar. It's also a good way to automatically break this Smeargle's focus sash. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Dance actually, because honestly I'm a little greedy. But before I do anything, the Smeargle does have Fake Out. Amazing, terrifyingly powerful stab Fake Out. So anyway, now she actually just goes straight for the Sticky Web. Formidable play there. I'm actually going to go for my first D-Dance. Grab +1 attack, grab +1 speed. And honestly, that is terrifying. But then, in my deep, dark, evil conscious, I wanted to go for another Dragon Dance. Just to fuck around with it. Because who does not like +2 attack and +2 speed with Mega Tyranitar? Unfortunately, he does have Spore, 100% accuracy, and that will put me to sleep. The only things that are immune to Spore are obviously like Grass-type Pokemon and Pokemon that has Overcoat ability. Out comes the Keldeo, and I'm still deep asleep, unfortunately. Really hope I could wake up. +2 attack would have stung, but you know, I don't want to get hit by any fighting move, so I'm gonna go to Crobat. Crobat is a great fighting counter, honestly. Come on, he resists Secret Sword 4 freaking times. I'm not even a defensive Crobat. And I could go for the U-turn expecting the switch. She's obviously gonna go for a switch, but I actually just went for the defog because if you guys did not remember, I of course want to get rid of those sticky webs. Spoke a little too soon because the Smeargle does come out. Had I went for Brave Bird, that would have been a sure kill, but you know what? I think defog is slightly more important. Expecting another Spore, I'm gonna go into Tyranitar. Come on, I'm fighting against Bea. She's very, very thirsty for revenge, so naturally she'd probably want to put my whole team asleep. And I don't blame her, my team is actually quite terrifying, so switching back out. Doesn't want me to wake up. And this is great, you know, I'm just getting more free turns to hopefully wake up, but as you can see, I'm not very lucky with sleep. Especially not in this game. Again, don't want to get hit by any fighting move or even a water move. I'm actually going to Rotom now, expecting a fighting move. But my opponent actually goes for Hydro Pump. Thank God he missed. Hydro Pump probably would have stung, no joke. Especially if this Keldeo is like Life Orb or maybe even Choice Specs. So a few things that I could do. I could go for like a Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, or of course I could go for a Volt Switch, seeing how my opponent does not have a ground type Pokemon. At least I don't think so. So I go for a Volt Switch, grab that switch priority, which is fantastic. And I'm just getting the heck out of here. And now I'm gonna go into Mew. Because I want to start setting up, honestly. And not to mention, this Smeargle needs to die. This Smeargle has been in this battle far too long. It needs to go. And not to mention, I finally got rid of those sticky webs. Could go for the stealth rocks, but I think it was slightly more important to just get rid of this Smeargle. Who knows what he would have done? He probably would have gone for another Spore. Now, goes for the shiny Xerneas, and once we see Xerneas, we know for a fact that they usually have Geomancy. I didn't really care though. I figured let's just go for the Stealth Rocks. It's still slightly more important than anything above all else. And as a matter of fact, Xerneas does go for that Geomancy. grab all those ridiculous boosts, special attack, special defense, and speed. Sharply risen. Absolutely terrifying. Like, I don't get it. Like, Xerneas, it's like, it's just the game is set. As soon as you see a Xerneas use freaking Geomancy, unless you have a very, very high special defense team, or if you happen to have maybe a choice scarf, I don't know, yeah, choice scarf, ditto, that might do it. Turns out my opponent does not have Thunderbolt, not that it matters. A +2 freaking Moonblast coming from Xerneas is just enough to finish off Crobat. However, I still have my Empoleon, but turns out he does have like Hidden Power Ground or Fighting, and look at that. Takes me to 1 fucking HP. I'm not Focus Sash or anything. Honestly, I think after this battle converted me into becoming religious, because honestly, with 1 HP, I honestly can't think of a better reason. I don't understand how that was possible, but I'm glad it did happen. I'm actually switching out, expecting the Power-Up Punch. I could just let my Empoleon die, but I really don't want the Kangaskhan to get any +2 attack. And these days, when you see Kangaskhan, they just know a few moves. They just know Power Punch, they know Sucker Punch, they know Return, and maybe Earthquake, and that's it. Just 2 freaking attacks. And because I am Rotom, I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp to avoid the Sucker Punch. And I'm also pretty much immune to all of his attacks. So my plan was just to let this Kangaskhan go for as many predictable Sucker Punches as much as possible. I'm just gonna keep using Will-O-Wisp, hoping that he would go for the Sucker Punch, and yes, they would fail. But he keeps going for Power Punches. I'm not really sure why. But hey, you know what? So far, this burn is totally kicking Kangaskhan's ass, so I'm not really complaining, honestly. Rotom versus Mega Kangaskhan. This is pretty funny. Now my opponent finally goes for a Sucker Punch, but it will fail because I'm using a non-attacking move. The only way Sucker Punch can work is if I actually went for a straight-up attack. But I assumed at this point my opponent just wants the Kangaskhan to finally die. Honestly, a burned Kangaskhan is quite useless to begin with, so I don't blame my opponent for just fighting off Kangaskhan, but that was surprisingly funny and quite easy. Opponent is going to go into Noivern now, and yes, he could go for like Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse. All of that good stuff. I'm switching out. Don't even want to do a Volt Switch because most Noiverns will outspeed me. Gonna go in Tyranitar. Tyranitar actually has quite massive special defense. Does go for that Dragon Pulse. Good thing it's not Draco Meteor. However, you know, I think Draco Meteor might be a 3-hit KO from that range. Not sure. Draco Meteors will of course drop his special attack by stage every time. I actually hope to wake up in this great opportunity, but he actually keeps me asleep and is slowly kicking my ass with his little Dragon Pulses. So I'm like, fuck this. Let's just get this shit over with. I'm gonna send out my Empoleon and just fodder it. You know what? Like, fuck it. And I also figured that from this range, I'm pretty sure this Noivern is actually holding the choice specs because he's been doing nothing but use Draco and Dragon Meteor. Not Dragon Meteor, Dragon Pulse. Gonna go Serperior, and he could go for the Dragon Pulse, but it still won't kill from this range. But I actually will kill from this range. I got my own Dragon Pulse. Serperior versus Noivern. You know what is up. Down it goes. And my opponent sends out yet another shiny Pokemon. Her whole team is shiny, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily strong. And I'm gonna go for a taunt. Maybe expecting Wish, Aromatherapy, Toxic, but nope, just has Seismic Toss, and from that range I'll finish off my Serperior. That's fine, at least I went for a taunt. That's better than nothing. I'm gonna go out with the Rotom now. Just gonna go for that burn. Yes, Chansey does have natural cure, but I just want to bait it to see if it has aromatherapy or not. And not to mention, I did go for a taunt, so he cannot go for toxic. And I'm pretty sure the only attack he knows is, well, Seismic Toss. I actually did go for a misclick here and went for a Shadow Ball. I actually just want to go for a Volt Switch. And now I'm going to go for a Volt Switch now. Good time to go for a Volt Switch because the taunt did wear off. So this Chansey can do a few things. Go for maybe a Toxic, or Soft Boil, or Aromatherapy. Not sure. Whatever he's going to do, I'm hoping that I can at least fucking wake up now. Turns out he does have Aromatherapy. That's cool, but like I said, Chansey already has natural cure, so I'm not really sure why he needs to do that. But hey, he does whatever he wants, and just thanks to Sandstorm and Burn, Chansey is now sitting at half HP. And that will tremendously help, and that will finish off Chansey. Down it goes. Another shiny Pokemon down, and another shiny Pokemon appears. Just kidding. The Keldeo is, I suppose, the only non-shiny. Gonna go for that Hydro Pump, but that's all good. Honestly, I'm at least glad my Tyranitar finished off that annoying son of a wall Chansey. But who can I send out to kill this Keldeo? Well, I can actually go to Rotom. And my Rotom has enough defenses to eat up one Hydro Pump. And honestly, this Keldeo does not have enough defenses for a Volt Switch. And down it goes. And that will conclude the battle. Thank you, Bea. Really powerful team. No joke. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this battle. If you guys do enjoy my Rotom and Serperior kicking some butt, let me know by liking this video and make sure to comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next battle.